Hello, I'm EnterElysium and we're in KSP. This is a Modlight. We're looking at a mod, this mod being BD Armory. Now I did show you the missile from BD Armory at the end of my last Modlight. We'll be going into that in more detail. But first of all, here is a weapons testing platform. As you can see, I've got a number of different weapons assembled, all from BD Armory. There's quite a variety. It literally updated, like, I think yesterday or the day before to version 4, which added a few new things. So what we have here is a nice big Gatling cannon. This is a fixed one, so it doesn't actually have much range. This is the one that's actually on the Thunderbolt, so the A10 Warthog. And we've got ammo for all the different weapons there. We have a tiny little turret here, so 50 cal turret. We have a Vulcan turret. We have an airborne laser. And we have an A1 Abrams cannon. Right, note that the airborne laser is lying. It is not in fact airborne, it is on a rover. Obviously a case of misleading advertising right there. So we have 4 different projectile-based weapons and a laser gun. Now, the projectile ones use these actual crates here. This one actually doesn't need a crate. It's got the shells inside. So you can see it says cannon shell 20 out of 20. If we open up the resource, you'll see we've got 30mm ammo. That's for the GAU. We've got 50 cal ammo. That's for the turret here. And we have 20mm ammo. That is for the Vulcan. However, the airborne laser is kind of special, so I'll show you it now. If I right-click on it and I hit toggle turret, you notice it is now looking around, following my mouse. And I can go and I can left-click, say, here. By the way, these parts will overheat if you continue to fire them, and you can see we've lost some of our electric charge. I've got a lot of batteries powering this thing, so I don't think that should be a problem. But let's go and actually shoot something. So let's turn the brakes off. Oh, I should probably turn the turret off so I don't shoot things accidentally. That would be bad. It's going to take a while to turn. It's a very unstable and long test thing. It doesn't actually look pretty at all, but you know, it does the job. So over here we have a few targets, and I've borrowed these targets from Hock Gaming. So Halves lent me these targets to shoot up and test. I told him that they would get, you know, a thorough going over. I don't think he knows exactly quite what extent. So what we have is the Kerbal Polar Explorer 2. Now the Kerbal Polar Explorer 2 is actually going to be the main buggy for the live stream charity shindig that's going on in a week's time. I would recommend you go check that over on Halves' channel. It will be going on his Twitch in about a week. Really good cause and all that. But we're going to just test them out now. So let's just get a little bit closer, I'm thinking. We've got 3 here in a cluster. So if we slow down and pull up, there we go. Let's test out the simple things first. So let's turn on the 50 cal turret. That is a beautiful animation, by the way. You have to admire that animation. Look at it. It's a nice simple part. It fits the scheme of KSP. By the way, the 50 cal turret actually has an entire 360 sort of degree arc, which is beautiful. It's not the most powerful one, however, so let's fire it. It does the job, though. Let's toggle that off and try something else. Now, the Vulcan has a more limited arc. I think it's about 30 degrees-ish. No, it looks a bit more than that. It's about 90 degrees then. What's the up-down? Yeah, it's pretty good. Let's fire this one off. Okay, so it's a bit better. It's a bit better. Let's try the airborne laser, which of course is not airborne. Basically, we're overheating the part, so let's stop before we overheat. Basically, by inducing heat in the part will go past its heat tolerance and explode, as you've just seen. It's quite beautiful. Right, so let's toggle that turret off. And can we actually get a shot from here? I think we have to move a little bit further over. So let's toggle the M1 Abrams turret on. Come on, let's see if we can get a hit. It's reloading. It takes its time to reload to the next shell, by the way. Come on, come on. Come on. Oh! Oh, it's flying! It is actually flying. Bye, KP2 buggy! Well, that was quite satisfying. Let's turn that one off. And for the last one, let's try out the GAU. Now, the GAU doesn't actually have the ability to be turned. However, it's firing 30mm shells, so I don't think that's a problem. Let's just do a drive-by on this buggy over here. Right, let's get a beautiful shot. There we go, and... fire! It's like a convertible now. Beautiful. Oh... I love this mod, I must admit. I love the aesthetic, I love the animation, and I love how simple it is to use. So let's put brakes on that. Oh, let's probably turn that off before I accidentally shoot someone, because that would be nasty. Ah, there we go. So yeah, the Gal doesn't have the ability to twist and turn. It is a fixed gun, but it is pretty damn beautiful. Those four? Yeah, those four do have the ability to twist, and you can easily aim with the mouse pointer and click and get them to shoot, which is, again, absolutely brilliant. Let's go and check out the other stuff in the mod. Right, now, we will be trying out the Farscaper 1D Bear, because it is loaded for Bear, so let's launch. Greg Rod and I think it's Barbin Kerman are going to be testing it out. Ooh, here we go, come on Kespi, load. Don't fail on me now. Brakes on. Right, now, this is a beautiful little plane. I made it on stream the other day. I absolutely adore it. The parts and stuff are actually from a mod that I will be covering in the next Modlight. So, you know, I'm such a tease. Let's put the lights on. It looks beautiful, lights on. Yeah. But if we have a look on the underside, we have a little turret there. We have a missile, a big missile. This is actually a AIM 120 homing missile. We also have a Mark 82 bomb. And an AGM-114 Hellfire missile. Note that the AGM actually means air-to-ground missile. However, I'm pretty sure you can fire it from air-to-air. KSP does not mind. It's just got a shorter range than the AIM. It does weigh like a third the weight, though, so that's pretty good. Note we've got both on each side, and they've actually been added using symmetry. So normally, for a lot of things, that would mean when you fire them, you fire both pairs at once. However, this mod has a beautiful little thing here. Weapon Manager. This is absolutely brilliant. This is one reason that I absolutely love this mod, and I love the mods by this guy. Because they cover all the angles. With so many weapons, right? For a start, you have the problem that you'd fire both groups at the same time if you added them via symmetry groups, and you also have the problem of trying to get through them all. You'd have to have multiple action groups, and it would just get picky, and it would be annoying. So if you had many missiles on a missile ship or something, you would have to have 1 through 10 bound to missiles, and then after that, if you had any more missiles, you'd be right-clicking. This, on the other hand, you can cycle weapons. So we've got the aim, the bomb, the hellfire, and then back to the aim. And if you fire, you'll fire one of them. You fire again, you'll fire another one of them. And it's brilliant. And of course, I've action grouped it so that fire is now an action group, and cycle weapons is an action group. So using 2 action group keys, I have full control. It's absolutely brilliant. Right, so brakes off, full speed, and I'm actually going to try and see if I can use my joystick for this. Right, joystick does seem to be working. Right. I do like flying using the joystick if I can try and actually manage it. Pull up, and... okay, we're away! Right, so that means G. In they go. What we're going to try and do is we're going to engage this convoy with our bombs. So let's target the convoy. Switch to bombs. And then let's roll and pull around. I'm going to have to be careful of doing this. I haven't played with this joystick in a while. I'm awfully careful that I'm not going to fall out the air and make an absolute fool of myself. This isn't the Ares. It is a lot nicer ship. It isn't as twitchy as the Ares 3, which in my last Modlight I crashed quite spectacularly because the Ares is one of the most horrible ships to fly. Some of the stock ones are pretty damn dire when it comes to their controllability. Oop, no, a bit slippy there, bit slippy. Gonna go back to using the keyboard temporarily for this. Right, let's throttle down. I have no idea what the lead time on these bombs is gonna be, so I'm gonna have to try and release both of them with nice intervals. So 1, 2. Way too late, but watch them go. Let's pull up. Oh, did we get hit by that? We got clipped by the explosion, but it didn't actually kill us. Please note that we got knocked out of the air by that explosion a little bit. That's honestly brilliant. Having physics applied because an explosion goes off nearby, but actually not getting any parts destroyed. Beautiful. By the way, all the weapons in this mod seem to have an ability to randomly destroy a part. It doesn't seem to be an always destroy part on touch, which I actually like, because otherwise it just gets to the point where you're just vaporizing anything you point at. So something like the Gal will have a higher chance of destroying a part than the 50 cal turret. Which is pretty beautiful. So let's switch over. I'm believing that the Hellfires are a good way to engage now. So we want to get pretty damn close, and we want to slow down a lot. Right, so get within about 2 kilometers and then we'll fire off. We're still going pretty damn fast. Now, come on. Right. It's going to be a hit. Oh, look at that. I don't think that one's going to... Yeah, too short range. Okay, so let's engage something else. Let's engage that one over there. Come on, come on. Oh, I believe that secondary explosion's going off down there from saying hitting the ground or whatever. Excellent. Alright, now we've got selected. I believe we can engage it from much further out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and switch to the missile as we fire it, and then we can watch it leave and hit the target. In theory, because I might switch to something completely random. Wish I had the Targetron still. That was a brilliant mod. I think it still works with KSP. It hasn't been updated, but I think it still works. Anyway, let's get a little bit of distance. We'll swing round. We'll come in for another attack run. Get a bit more height, actually. Get a bit more height. And pull over here. Right, full speed. Now, of course, these missiles are more sort of your air-to-air missiles, but they can, of course, be used for air-to-ground. KSP does not really distinguish between the two, and I like that. It's a less parts, it's less fiddling around and going through multiple different screens on the part menu. And the mod is also fairly lightweight. I mean, I think I used the version that was for 23.5 in 0.24, and it worked beautifully. I don't think there are any problems for me. Honestly, this is... I really do adore this mod. It is simple, everything works, everything looks really good, everything gels with stock KSP, the animations are beautiful, the textures are nice, the model's good. And the user interface and the ability to have stuff like this weapons console, absolutely brilliant. Right, so let's... Still going sideways ever so slightly. Maybe something's been damaged, doesn't it? No, it seemed to be fully intact. Right. So. Fire. Are we going to get there in time? Here we go. Oh! Oh, what a shot! Direct hit. Oh, that's debris everywhere. That's debris everywhere. Wait, what was that? That was the main chassis. Oh! Oh, that's gotta hurt. Right, let's actually switch back to our plane. I'm glad we got there just as the missile hit. There we go. There's another buggy down there. That looks... Actually, no, I think that's probably one we... No? Have we destroyed that one? Has it just moved? I don't know. But there's some buggies here that look like they need killing off. What we'll do is we'll fire a missile and then we'll just go in for an attack with our cannon and then we'll call it quits this Modlight. It's just so much fun, though. Right, power up. Let's get a bit of distance between us. Right, I'm thinking probably pull around about 6 kilometers. Right. So, now the problem with this ship is it goes pretty damn fast. This plane is pretty much touching at the edge of the shockwaves of the sound barrier. It's not actually in danger of breaking the sound barrier, but it's pretty damn close to that point where we get a lot of instability from it. Now let's turn. Turn, 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 turn. No, actually going in for a guns attack run at ground level in something like this is very difficult, actually. It turns out that it's very, very hard to hit something from a moving plane with a gun. Who would have known? Well, I guess everyone in the military who does that for a living. They'd have known. Right, let's slow down a bit more. We don't lose airspeed very quickly. That's the problem with this ship. Right, let's go. Fire. We won't switch for this one. We'll let it just hit, and then we'll go in for guns. Because I'm obviously aware that we're going to have issues trying to switch back in time for the attack run. Oh, brilliant. Looks like we got a hit. And also destroyed the neighbour, or, you know, damaged the neighbour a lot. It's still flying, that neighbour. There is, however, this one here that seems to be mostly alive. Right, so gun out. We're still travelling a bit faster than I'd like. I need air brakes for this, I really do. Well, that altitude's a little bit on the low side. Oh! Yeah! Hits! Right, we've got hits. Let's pull over a bit and try again. Oh yeah, we got hits. Right, I'm actually getting better at this. Definitely getting better at this. Look at that. Alright, I think we'll call it quits here. I've been EnterElysium. This has been a Modlight for BD Armory. The link will be below in the description. I absolutely adore this mod. Got more than enough ammo in this plane to get our job done. It's absolutely brilliant. It gels so well with core KSP and it is so easy to use. And there's a nice variety of stuff in it. I would completely recommend it. Yeah. I've been EnterElysium. And stay shiny.